Just every round is 0-0. You should be playing your best every single round, no matter what round it is.
Take
You
a
should
deep
always have
breath
the same mentality. Yeah, you should
and
always be calm.
forget about everything else. Turn off your well, don't turn off your chat, but don't listen to any block all whispers. I actually block a lot of people when I was GvGing. I'd block anyone whispering me who wasn't in my guild, and that's one thing I find helpful. I usually turn off team chat as well. But other than that, you just have to stand up from your computer for a second, take a deep breath. Remember, it's just a game, and you're here to have fun. And then turn off your brain, just play the game. I can't read that whole quote, but yeah, turn off the brain and play. And that's what IX needs to do. They need to turn off the brain. They're overthinking this right now. They need to play the Stealth Blast coming out here. The IX moving forward. Him getting ready, blasting Might as well, moving up into the arena as IX now in stealth. We don't know where they are. The warding coming out from him. The warding coverage not as good as we've seen in the past. IX may be able to take advantage of this if they come around on that left side, and IX does come around on the left side, or the right side, and push into him early. Take a little bit too much unnecessary damage once again. Him now with the counter push. And it looks like the train shatter about to come in. The train shatter going in there, and nothing catching right now. And we see an IX player get a little bit too low. That thief over to the back. We've seen him get low a lot in this GvG. It manages to avoid the first push this time, gets into Shadow Refuge. He'll heal up in there, as that skill will give him regen while he is inside of it. And now IX looks to make another push here. A low Ellie right now, misting away. However, him wants that Ellie. They're going for him. Leaping into IX's train. IX forced to pull back, dropping a bomb on him. Him now taking a little bit too much damage. Now they're trying to get out of that engage to get one of their players up. Fearless Smitty going down. They're going to get a banner on him as they retreat, and him gets him up. And now Seraphina, she goes down. Him trying to get her back up, and they do manage to get her up as well, even with the poison cloud on top of her. And now IX pulling back, trying to get a regroup. So both sides playing very clean right now. Him having to burn their banners early, and IX knows this. And we see IX managing to poke Fearless Smitty. He goes down again. IX gank going a little bit too aggressive. They're trying to get him finished off. He is, I believe, double down. Or no, he's still down. They're going to banner him back up. And now Seraphina inside of IX's train. When IX, remember, Fayab on top of that. IX tries to drop a banner as they pull back. However, he barely gets up. He gets up. He's back into the fight. And now IX still with all their players up and keeping the fight going. So both sides still 15v15. A lot of close calls. However, they've managed to play it clean so far. 2 liches up right now from IX. And the walls go down for him, trying to avoid that lich damage, the heavy lich pressure on top of him. And now him pulling back, getting back towards their side, being forced back. IX making a heavy push on them right now. Him taking a lot of damage from that. Now Fayab leaping in all by himself, though. The rest of the front line not with him just yet. Fayab taking a lot of damage, but when IX is down, the front line putting him down there. And now Chip going in for the train shatter. The train shatter going off, and IX takes a lot of damage from that as well. Having to pull back, try to get some heals off one IX player down to the back. And Elemental is 2 down from IX right now, and Fayab right on top of that, trying to clean this up as IX reeling back, trying to get away. A lot of IX Guardians very low. Fayab not even caring, not even stopping to retreat, catching players here, and players now running for their lives. We see a Guardian off to the side. Looks like that's Stonewall running for his life, and he is going to be stomped out. And now IX low, a few left, and this round ending, as do their tournament or their finals dreams. As him pulls, and now him fishes them off. And it looks like 3 or 4 IX still fighting to the end, as they should. But this round is going to go to him, 6-0, him on top.
That's too bad. They had a really good tournament overall.
And they had a really
The start
good
of
round.
that last round was also really close. Like the first minute and a half, nobody went down. Well, people went down, but nobody hard downs on either side.
Mm-hmm.
Just really good play from both sides until eventually him just able to keep that pressure on.
Oh yeah. So that would be 6-0 right now for him to play one more round. And honestly, IX's melee a little bit too loose, in my opinion. I mean, yes, there's loose melee is a good strategy, but at the same time, you want some direction with it, and you don't want people going too deep, as we've seen getting caught. So him and IX, 2 guilds, they've fought 100 or at least 2 or 3 times a week, just in like scheduled scrims. They should know each other by now. They're actually opting not to do the final round because well, that is the end for IX on this one. So they're gonna forfeit that last round. It's gonna be 7-0 to him, and IX and him lining up in the middle. Well fought by both sides. This is gonna go to him. And we'll get someone from him in here to interview in a bit. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back. Are we back up? All right, we're back here, joined with Fayop, Fearless Fubu, leader of Gem, crusher of all things crushable. And congratulations tonight on the win over IX. Now they opted not to do that 7th round. What was the conversation there?
I just think because they were out of the running for the finals, there was just no really reason for them to play the 7th round. So it's just their choice, really.
I guess the one thing we gotta ask about the train shatter. That was disgusting.
Yeah, Chip, I think destroyed.
I
them.
went ham.
He destroyed them.
Hear the excitement in your voice.
Yeah, like when he was like train shatter, we just leapt in and like we just like boom boom, like they were all like no boons and all like half out, like.
Mhm.
Yeah, we just saw you like blinking solo into their stack and just shattering and just getting the fuck out. Like no backup, just going
I was
absolutely
surprised
ham
they
and
didn't just.
taking
I
their
was
melee down
surprised
to
as
like
soon as they
half.
saw you, they didn't just all turn on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you can chain
can
your
try.
invulns.
Don't
So you
give
do
up the
it.
secrets, Chip.
Yeah, well, you can. I don't know.
Wow,
It's
Chip.
hard to do, and it's easy to pick off. Like it's actually a bad strategy in
Mhm.
perspective, but if you do it just right on a perfect timing, it can work out really well.
Alrighty. So that was again entertaining. I guess entertaining to watch from your perspective. Still, I feel for IX right now. And going forward, now you have BMO and Gun Squad to prepare for. You're gonna fight Gun Squad actually this Sunday, and you've scrimmed them a couple of times, so you're official with them this Sunday. But then you're gonna see them again on Monday or Tuesday, and
Yeah.
you're gonna both of you gonna have plenty of time together, kind of feel each other out, if you will. You know, a lot of quality time. Maybe go for a movie. Hey, take a walk on the beach. But what are your plans for Gun Squad? And then I guess what are your plans for BMO?
I think GS is gonna be interesting because I feel like we've never actually fought their actual comp. I don't know, or so I'm told, because I don't know, I've never really fought all their Gangon at once. I fought Shnicky, Beyond, we fought Kyra. I don't think we've ever fought Hotgun so far. So like,
No,
I'm
we
like,
fought Hakan.
oh, have we? Okay, we fought them like I don't know. I've
Yeah.
never seen them all on the same time, but it was like weird.
Do you
thing.
think-
So
Do you
I don't
think
know.
they'll pull out their real comp for Sunday? You think they'll save it for the finals now that they know they don't have to win Sunday?
I don't know. Like, I mean, I think you still want to make a good show. Like, it's still gonna be streamed, and everyone like you want to look good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
like,
true.
yeah. It's just like if you you can throw the match on Sunday and just be like, ah, it doesn't matter, we'll win the finals. But at the same time, you just look like
wanna get some
GvG is pretty
practice
much
in
like a
too.
pride thing at this point, right? So there's no
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, so.
There's no need to rest players. Your fingers don't get tired.
Well, I don't know, dude. I would never like. This was a pretty intense GvG for us. We just kind of like went hard. Like even if it's I would never GvG 2 in bro because it's like mentally taxing. It really is. Like we were like all hyped and we were like screaming and like you should see like
Mhm.
when we were scrimming GS. Like
I was listening in. It was so.
yeah, it was just kind of calm. Like we were just like kind of doing our thing. We were just like call it. The first round we started like actually fighting IX for the official. Holy shit, dude! Comms were like exploded.
Mhm.
Can we actually talk a
Alrighty,
little
well-
bit about how you're countering their stealth opening? Because we've seen a lot of guilds struggle against that stealth opening from them. And earlier you said you guys kind of have the comp, or you kind of have this counter to it. And we're seeing you guys dropping a lot of like necromarks, a lot of guardian staff symbols, just kind of cutting the arena in half so you know where they're coming through. That's kind of what you're doing to counter it, yeah?
Somewhat, yeah.
Maybe explain it a little bit more than that.
Well,
guess.
I would love to explain it, but until we beat GS, I can't explain. I promise
I
I'll
think-
beat it.
I think tonight actually, no, it's not even like with
Yeah.
a comp or anything. Tonight, I think IX messed up a little bit, in my
Yeah.
opinion. They kept pushing the gank powders, like they kept pushing our powders, it seemed like at the start, and then we'd just run away,
Yeah,
and they'd be revealed.
not to be like BM at all, but I did feel like IX was a little predictable tonight. Like there was this one round where I was just like, they're gonna open it up on our gank in 3, 2, 1, and they opened up on our gank, and I was like, oh well, there was
I
that.
think- I think IX made an error in their scheduling. I don't think they should have put BMO and yourselves back-to-back nights.
Yeah,
I think
it
they
really
should've-
is
they
mentally
should've split
taxing to
out.
do stuff like that. I do feel bad for them because like that trolling yesterday, that was out of control. I feel like, and that obviously can put anyone on tilt, even if it's on trolling on your side. Like it just feels like
Mhm.
completely sloppy. And then you go in and GvG after that, you just feel kind of really shitty. Like I can totally feel for them. I do feel bad that it
Mhm.
wasn't better. Like they're a good guild.
Alright.
I honestly expected them to come be the contenders from SOS for the finals. I just think like
Mhm.
they were just a little off. That's all.
I think that was a
Yeah,
lot of people's
Stonewall's my
speculation,
boy.
actually. Like, it's kind of
They were
almost an
the
upset to
favorite
see
to win it
GS.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
GS was. I think AE was actually picked over GS.
AE was
Yeah.
kind of the dark horse, I would say, I think.
Was the dark horse.
Yeah.
Turns out they weren't the dark horse, but
Yeah.
GS was the dark horse.
I mean,
And,
I was actually
honestly-
surprised when
Honestly, once I looked at
Sorry.
GS's roster, I wasn't surprised. I looked at the roster. I said, all right, this guild is gonna be in contention.
I mean, actually, in a lot of ways, GS was the dark horse because they didn't even start any GvGs until like a week and a half into the tournament or something, and then they had a double header, and they just kicked it off from there, and were doing really well against people.
yeah,
Mhm.
when I saw GS, I mean, I wish I could see a GS versus IX match. Honestly, I think that would be very interesting to see.
That would be interesting to see,
They
but
were on the
we
same
don't have.
server. Yeah.
ANET, please.
Hopefully,
ANET,
hey,
please.
hey, ANET, please. But this week, Guild Hall's coming out. We'll have to wait and see what that'll be about. And anything else, team? Any other questions for Fayav or Chip?
Are we doing that thing that you mentioned with the
The show, the recap show.
no, like you
What?
said something about like the finalist mentioned it.
Oh yeah,
didn't you?
casters versus finalists, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
that.
I want to do it, but like I don't think I can get. I don't know if I can get people to play. That's the thing. We might have to recruit some people to play.
Yo,
in
Georgy,
our
I'm on your
cast.
team.
Yo,
Yes, you
I
could
got
be.
this. I'll be dagger focused Stoneheart Ellie.
Awesome. But I don't know how we're gonna get everyone to. One, we're gonna have to get everyone to Yak Spend, and two, we're gonna have to like get a guild to fight against. I think who would we fight against? I guess we would fight against either GS or BMO and GS.
I thought it was going to be casters versus drivers.
Oh, that would
like
be actually.
PvP
You know,
or
what?
something.
First thing we need to get the backyard GvG rolling. That was fun. Like,
That would be
Yeah,
fun.
come on,
You know what?
Georgie.
Yeah, get on that, Georgie.
I am busy with
Yo.
Terra stuff.
Get
I'll
it done.
figure out-
this
Busy
weekend,
with
Georgy.
Terra.
I'm busy with Terra. We'll figure out. All right, after the finals, we'll do a backyard GvG.